Emilia Isabel Euphemia Rose Clarke is an English actress. She studied at the Drama Centre London, appearing in a number of stage productions, including one by the Company of Angels. After making her screen debut in a short film, her television debut came with a guest appearance in an episode of the British medical soap opera Doctors in 2009. The following year, she was named as one of the UK Stars of Tomorrow by Screen International magazine for her role in the sci-fi film Triassic Attack.
Clarke rose to international prominence for her breakthrough role as Daenerys Targaryen in the HBO fantasy television series Game of Thrones. The role has garnered her critical acclaim and several accolades, including 3 nominations for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series and a nomination for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series.
Clarke made her Broadway debut as Holly Golightly in a production of Breakfast at Tiffany's in 2013. Her film roles include Sarah Connor in the science fiction film Terminator Genisys and Chiara in Solo, a Star Wars story. She has also starred in the romantic films Me Before You and Last Christmas. Time magazine named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2019.
Emilia Isabel Euphemia Rose Clarke was born on October 23, 1986 in London. She grew up in Oxfordshire. Her father was a theatre sound engineer from Wolverhampton, while her mother is the vice president for marketing at a global management consultancy firm. She has an older brother. She became interested in acting at the age of 3 after seeing the musical Showboat. When she was 10, her father took her to a West End audition for the musical The Goodbye Girl, a musical by Neil Simon. Clarke attended Rice St. Anthony School in Headington and St. Edward's School, Oxford, which she left in 2005. After RADA, LAMDA, and Guildhall rejected her, Clarke worked and travelled before entering Drama Centre London, from which she graduated in 2009.
Clarke stated in a 2018 interview that her maternal grandmother was the child of a secret affair between Clarke's great-grandmother and a man from the Indian subcontinent. Her grandmother wore light makeup to hide the darker complexion she had inherited from her father. Clarke credits this background for her family's having a history of fighters, saying, "The fact that had to hide her skin color, essentially, and try desperately to fit in with everyone else must have been incredibly difficult."
Clarke started to act in stage productions while attending school. She appeared in student productions of Twelfth Night and West Side Story while attending St. Edward's School. After taking a sabbatical year, she was accepted into Drama Centre London. She also appeared in the 2009 production of Sense, co-produced by theatre Company of Angels in Drama Centre London. One of her first film roles was in Drop the Dog, the University of London student short film. She graduated from drama school in 2009. She worked at various non-acting jobs after graduating while auditioning for roles. She starred in 2 commercials for the charity Samaritans, portraying a domestic abuse victim. Her first credited television role was a bit part in a 2009 episode of the British soap opera Doctors. In early 2010, she was cast in her first professional film role, playing Savannah in the television film Triassic Attack. The film, released in November 2010 on the American network Sci-Fi, received negative reviews. Despite the film reviews, she was named a UK Star of Tomorrow by the film magazine Screen International.
Clarke was cast in her 3rd professional role as Daenerys Targaryen in the HBO fantasy series Game of Thrones, based on the book series A Song of Ice and Fire by George R. Martin in 2010. Daenerys is one of the last surviving members of House Targaryen who had ruled Westeros from the Iron Throne for nearly 300 years prior to being ousted. Actress Tamsin Merchant was originally cast for the part of Daenerys. After the pilot episode was reshot in early 2010, Merchant was replaced by Clarke. In an interview, Clarke stated that she did the funky chicken and robot dance during her audition. Show creators David Benioff and D. Weiss said they chose Clarke 10 seconds after leaving the room. The show ran from April 2011 until May 2019, with Clarke portraying Daenerys throughout all 8 seasons of the show.
She has received widespread praise for her portrayal of Daenerys, which traces an arc from frightened girl to empowered woman. Matthew Gilbert of the Boston Globe called her scenes mesmerizing, adding that Clarke doesn't have a lot of emotional variety to work with as Daenerys, aside from fierce determination, and yet she is riveting. Emily van der Werf for the AV. Klug commented on the difficulty of adapting such an evolution from page to screen, but concluded that Clarke more than sealed the deal here. In 2017, she reportedly became one of the highest paid actors on television, potentially earning £2 million per episode of Game of Thrones. In 2019 she said she had been uncomfortable acting nude in her first experience at age 23 of a large film set, but had since become a lot more savvy about what level of nudity is needed for a scene.
Clarke received multiple award nominations and wins for her role of Daenerys. After the first season, Clarke won Best Supporting Actress in a Drama at the 2011 UE Awards. She was also nominated 3 times for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series in 2013, 2015, and 2016. In 2019, she was nominated for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, her first nomination in the category. In addition to the television show, she lent her voice and likeness to the 2014 video game of the same name. She also had a cameo appearance during Kit Harington's monologue on Saturday Night Live in April 2019. She said in a November 2019 NPR interview, "If she were to get stereotyped as the mother of dragons, I could ask for worse. It's really quite wonderful." Clarke, in addition to her work on Game of Thrones, has also appeared in various animated television shows.
Clarke's first film role was in the 2012 short film Shackled. In 2012, she starred alongside Elliot Tittenser in the comedy film Spike Island. The film details a group of friends who try to get to the namesake island of the Stone Roses' 1990 concert. The movie was originally distributed only in the United Kingdom but was subsequently picked up by Level 33 Entertainment for North American distribution in spring 2015. From March to April 2013, she played Holly Golightly in a Broadway production of Breakfast at Tiffany's, a role requiring her to perform a nude scene. The production received mixed reviews from critics. Later that year, she also starred in the black comedy crime drama film Dom Hemingway alongside Jude Law. The film received mixed reviews but only grossed $1.3 million worldwide.
In May 2013, Clarke was cast in a film adaptation of the novel The Garden of Last Days. James Franco was set to direct and star in the film, however he left the project 2 weeks before filming after creative differences with the film distributor Millennium Entertainment. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter in 2019, Clarke said she was offered the role of Anastasia Steele in 50 Shades of Grey. She said she turned down the part because of the nudity required. In 2015, she played Sarah Connor in Terminator Genisys. The film, which also stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jai Courtney, and Jason Clarke, received unfavorable reviews from critics. Despite the reviews, the movie was a box office success, grossing over $440 million worldwide. Clarke was nominated for Teen Choice Award for Choice Summer Movie Star, Female and Best International Actress at the 2016 Jupiter Awards for her performance.
In 2016, she starred as the female lead, opposite Sam Claflin, in the movie adaptation of the best-selling book of the same name, Me Before You. The film, which released on June 3, 2016 and directed by Thea Chirac, received mixed critical reviews. The film grossed $200 million worldwide. For her role as Louisa Clarke, she shared nominations with Sam Claflin for the Teen Choice Award for Choice Movie Lip Lock and the MTV Television Tearjerker Award. In 2017, she played the lead as Nurse Verena in the supernatural psychological thriller film Voice from the Stone. The film was released on April 2017 in limited release, video on demand and digital HD.
In November 2016, she was cast as the female lead in Solo, a Star Wars story. The movie, which was directed by Ron Howard, details the origins of Star Wars characters Han Solo and Chewbacca. Clarke played Gr. Han's childhood friend and love interest. The film received favorable critical reviews despite being the second lowest grossing Star Wars film. The film was released worldwide on May 25, 2018. Her performance received mixed critical reviews.
In 2016, Clarke, along with Jack Huston, was cast as leads in the film Above Suspicion. The film, based on a thriller novel by Joe Sharkey and directed by Philip Joyce, was announced at the 2016 Cannes Film Festival. In late 2019, Clarke starred in romantic comedy film Last Christmas. The film, also starring Henry Golding, was written by Emma Thompson and directed by Paul Feig. In a January 2020 interview with Bustle magazine, Clarke stated she got inspiration from Will Ferrell's character in the 2003 comedy film Elf.
In 2014, Clarke was cast in the historical drama film The Guns of August. The movie, which is based on the novel of the same name and set during World War I, will also star Helena Bonham Carter and Game of Thrones co-star Charles Dance. As of 2020, the film was still in pre-production. In January 2017, she was cast as the lead in the upcoming English-language adaptation of the 2015 Korean romantic comedy The Beauty Inside. In May 2019, it was announced that Clarke is set to play the English poet Elizabeth Barrett in the film Let Me Count the Ways, which the wife-director Bjorn Runge is set to direct.
In late 2019, Clarke was cast alongside James McAvoy in the West End production of Anton Chekhov's The Seagull. The production, which will be directed by Jamie Lloyd, will premiere at the Playhouse Theatre in March 2020. The Seagull will be Clarke's first West End production.
Clarke lives in Hampstead, London. In 2016, she purchased a $4.64 million house in Venice Beach, California.
In July 2016, her father died of cancer. Clarke was filming Above Suspicion in Kentucky at the time and was unable to be home for her father's final days. She wrapped the film early but arrived at the airport in London to learn that he had just died. "The world felt like a scarier place once my dad wasn't in it," she said. Referring to Brexit, to which she is opposed in the vote for which happened 3 weeks before her father died, she added that those two things happening in quick succession threw me off balance and made me reevaluate who I am.
In a March 2019 article she wrote for The New Yorker, she revealed she had a subarachnoid hemorrhage caused by a ruptured aneurysm in February 2011. She underwent urgent endovascular coiling surgery and subsequently suffered from aphasia. At one point she was unable to recall her own name. She had a second aneurysm surgically treated in 2013. Clarke is a feminist.
She was voted the most desirable woman in the world by Ask Men readers in 2014 and was named Esquire's Sexiest Woman Alive in 2015. In 2017, she was featured on the cover of Rolling Stone.
She was voted the most desirable woman in the world by Ask Men readers in 2014 and was named Esquire's Sexiest Woman Alive in 2015. In 2017, she was featured on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Since her rise to prominence, Clarke has contributed time and effort to a variety of charitable organizations.
In September 2011, she joined SMA Trust Team as their celebrity ambassador. In August 2017, she became a patron of Open Door, a nonprofit that aims to help young people gain access to drama school auditions. She auctioned a chance to watch an episode of Game of Thrones with her at the 2018 Sean Penn Charity Gala, which raised over $120,000 benefiting the J/PHRO and disaster relief organizations. In February 2018, she appeared at London's Centrepoint Awards, which celebrates the courage shown by homeless young people. In April 2018, she was named ambassador to the Royal College of Nursing.
In 2019, following the announcement of the brain aneurysms she suffered in 2011 and 2013, Clarke launched her own charity SameU. The charity aims to broaden neurorehabilitation access for young people after a brain injury or stroke. On September 26, 2019, she co-hosted a YouTube live stream with Irish YouTuber Jacksepticeye that raised over $250,000 for SameU.
In 2020, she was publicly announced as Clinique's first global ambassador and participated in a series of ad campaigns.
Clarke has been nominated for numerous awards throughout her career. She was nominated for 4 Primetime Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series in 2019, for her role in Game of Thrones. In 2019, she was named as one of the 100 most influential people by Time magazine.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.